So in this context, I have to explain about the data types. Actually, programming languages divide all data. Many things are data. Your name is data, your height is data, your weight is data, your qualification is data, your rank is data. Everything is the data. But those should be classified. Because of that, many advantages are there. I don't want to disturb by explaining that. That's why different data items are classified. Those are called data types. Suppose your name is there. Your name Ram. This is called string. In Python, it is represented as str. Str means you have to understand as a string. Suppose your age. Your age is a whole number. Actually, except on one day, throughout the year, your age is fractional. Fractional. You know that. On your birthday only, it is a whole number. Even though, as a matter of practice, everybody represents their age as a whole number. Whole numbers are represented as int. Int means integer. In mathematics also, you call all whole numbers are called integer. And your height. Your height, even if it is on a particular point of time, your height is exactly 5. But after a few months, it may be 5.1. That's why you never, for height, price, etc. things, you should not use integer because their nature is fractional. So your height is suppose 5.5. This type is float. Actually, in mathematics, it are real or fractional. But in programming languages, its type is float. Why float? That also I explain. Suppose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now point is here. So you are giving certain value to this. I am floating it. That means I am moving it. By moving it, the value is changed. I am again moving it. The value is changed. I am again moving it. So by moving the point, by floating the point, the value is changed. That's why in that sense it is called float. Don't confuse about that. But here don't call it as real. You call it as a float. String, int, float. Initially we are dealing with only 3 data types. Later other data types are the later we learn. Overnight you need not learn everything. So we classify whatever data types we are using right now in our present series. Those are 3 types only. One is string. String always this thing. It is a set of characters enclosed by two single quotes. Int is always a whole number. Float always a fractional number. Even if it is a whole number also, it is represented like this. Okay. Now this information is very much required. Okay. Now what we are expecting? Actually, we have to read numbers. Now we have to perform operation. Otherwise, how can you perform? How can you know amount? How you are able to arrive at numbers into rate? So you are performing operation. So suppose now how you are entering, how much you are entering for numbers? 10 you are entering because of input function creating a layer. Just for a symbolically understand like that. Originally how it takes? It creates like this a string. So a string should be converted into int. So now its form is this. If we have to convert as int, int function is there. Now how we are writing input function? Input function. This is int function. This is float function. Okay. So within int function you have to write input function. Then as a result of that what happen? This becomes 10. That means original form of 10 has come. Original form of int has come. In the same manner, same logic is applicable. So for next one is what? Rate per unit. Now what you have to write? Float input. Okay, prompt statement and all that you write. Then then what happened? Actually, how much you are entering? 9.5. So input function reads like this. Then this thing opens its layer. So this is original float. When you are calculating, what happened? amount is equal to numbers into rate. Then this is original int, this is original float, like in mathematics. So then you can calculate this point. This is a totally new point. Everywhere you are supposed to use it. That's why beware of it. Okay. Now let us focus on the crucial point I explained. Here you see the code. First one item you are reading, that is a string. A input function you are using, you read it. Thereafter numbers you are reading. The input function should be placed within the within int function. Then only the string value is converted into value. Thereafter rate also should be written in float function. Actually bracket, parenthesis and all that. Now you have to correctly match it, this side to that side too. Generally this is a common error commit by the beginners. That point you have to understand. Okay. Now all the three input value, three variables are filled with values. Thereafter processing section. Processing section is meant for output variables. What is the output variable? Amount. Amount, what is the formula? Now what names you have given above? Same variable names you have to give. Rate. So multiplication symbol is star symbol, asterisk symbol, that only you have to use. As a result of that, amount is calculated. So because of that, 4 variables are filled with values. 3 variables because of reading, 1 variable because of processing. It is created. Thereafter, you have to write the cash bill. That is the output section. When you are writing and all that, already I explained, thoroughly explained. I explained about horizontal tab also, that you can use. This is the right place for that. You simply use that. Whatever element you learn and all that, that is meant for using in the program, not for preserving it. So use that. And now we see how many lines are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 lines are there. With reference to every line, being a beginner, with reference to every line, write the print statement. Write the print statement where horizontal tabs are required. There use that. After that you see the output. Any discrepancy, but it should be perfectly formatted. Your output should be perfectly formatted. That you have to take care of. And then any deviations are there, how to correct, make a probe. Your experience is yours. So make a probe, and this is the complete program. Why complete program? It is having 3 sections: input section, process section and output section. So based on this you can take as a base. Now another half a dozen programs we perform in this series, in the feel good series. At the end of that you feel like a professional. Just a matter of 3-4 days of your endeavor, that is more than enough. Years long in college also you may not learn this, but here in the feel good series you are able to learn within 4-5 days.